50, Asian Pharmacist Society, Association of Community Pharmacists of India, PharmGen AI, NeuraTrial AI, and Invocep Global Solutions. Special mention to Dr. Ajit Singh, Dr. Pramil Tiwari sir, Professor P.K. Rajput sir, Dr. Kavita Kachru, Dr. Mahendra Singh Rathod, Dr. Vimal Arora, Dr. Anant Nagappa Naik sir, and Dr. Hit Sharma. Today, we stand at an extraordinary intersection where data meets purpose and evidence meets action. Health economics and outcomes research, HEOR, and real world evidence, RWE, have evolved from being support functions to becoming strategic levers in shaping clinical, regulatory, and access decisions globally. Yet, as the landscape shifts, driven by digital transformation, AI integration, patient centricity, and the globalization of evidence, the question we ask and the frameworks we build are more critical than ever. This conference is not merely about sharing insights, it's about creating a vanguard, a forward looking community that redefines how we generate, interpret, and apply evidence in real world contexts. Over the next sessions, you will hear from global leaders, innovators, and practitioners who are challenging conventions, from the role of generative AI in HEOR to the next frontier of value demonstration and evidence synthesis. As we begin, I encourage each one of you to engage, challenge, and collaborate because the future of HEOR and RWE is not written by any one organization or region, but by a shared commitment to scientific integrity, innovation, and impact. You will hear from global leaders. Let this conference be the beginning of new conversations, collaborations, and commitments to ensure that every data point tells a story and every story drives better health outcomes. Thank you and welcome to the Vanguard.
Thank you so much, Dr. Goyal, for this inspiring address. I would now like to invite our chief guest for this enthralling conference inauguration, Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, for addressing the gathering with his opening remarks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the wonderful researchers who are joining here in this great conference. I feel very happy and blessed to be a part of this great conference. And my esteemed speakers, the distinguished guests and respected colleagues, the dear participants, it is for me, it's truly a privilege and an honor to welcome you all on this HEOR Vanguard eConference 2025. The forum for the industry leaders to bridge science, technology, and policy, which is the real requirement. This remarkable, great event planned and organized in association with the 12 Sphere Consulting Singapore, led by Dr. Richa Gupta, and Climate Research Solution, Climate Health Tech Mitra, led by Dr. Ajit Singh, and in collaboration with KIST, Visakhapatnam, led by Dr. Kavita Kachru, which marks a significant milestone in our collective journey towards the evidence-based healthcare, which is the need of the hour. Friends, you all will agree, in today's complex healthcare world, science alone is not enough. We all require the evidence, economics, and ethics. Evidence, economics, and ethics to come together to guide our decisions, which is the need of the hour. And that's why, first time in the global conference, HEOR, Health Economics, and the Outcomes Research, it is going to play the transformative role, because once we transform ourselves, we are ready to reform, we are ready to perform, which is the, again, requirement for the coming scenario, because it has been implicated with the human intelligence and AI, both put together. This conference beautifully connects the clinical science and the real world outcomes, helping policymakers, payers, and the innovators make them informed, the sustainable and the value-driven healthcare decisions. You know, I often say, a new drug may save a life, but good HEOR can save a healthcare system. So it was on the lighter side. I just want to add it. This beautiful conference is not just another academic meeting. I just repeat, this wonderful conference is not just an academic meeting. It is a movement, a collaborative platform that brings together science, technology, and policy under one roof, which just now Dr. Richa Gupta has said about it. For our young researchers and students, this is actually a golden opportunity, not just to learn, but connect with the mentors, because so many mentors are coming here on this platform and shape their career in one of the most impactful fields in the modern healthcare, which is again the requirement. As we move toward the precision medicine, digital health, and the value-based care, HEOR is becoming the strategic compass of the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry. It does not just ask, does this treatment work? I repeat, please listen this word very carefully. It doesn't ask, does this treatment work? It asks, does it work best for whom, at what cost, and in what context? So work best for whom, at what cost, and what context, which is very important. It's about closing the gap between the clinical trials and real world impact, ensuring that innovation reaches the patient, not just the publication only. And with the artificial intelligence, data analytics, and the digital health converging, HEOR is evolving faster than ever before. As they say, data is the new oil. Post-COVID, everybody started talking about it. Data is the new oil because AI, machine learning, all is based on that. But unlike oil, data does not pollute, it enlightens. That is the beauty of it. It really enlightens, which is the real need. So to all the speakers and the great delegates joining from across the globe, your participation signifies that HEOR is not just a discipline. It is a global dialogue, one that bridges the gap between the science, economics, and the patient well-being. As we all inaugurate this conference, let us remember, data becomes wisdom only when interpreted with purpose. And this conference is going to show that what is the real purpose is there, how data should be interpreted. So HEOR gives us that purpose to ensure that every healthcare innovation delivers real value to the system, to the societies, and most importantly, the end user, which is the end user, that's the patient. Because to elevate the human suffering, that is really required. So over the next 3 days, let's engage, explore, and envision a future where evidence and empathy work hand in hand. Together, let's bridge science, technology, and policy, and through that bridge, bring the future of the healthcare closer to the people who need it most. Once again, I wholeheartedly, warmly welcome each of you to this HEOR Vanguard conference. Let us make it insightful, impactful, and truly inspiring. That the conference should be starting. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajput. I would now like to invite the guest of honor for this inauguration, Dr. Pramil Tiwari, to address the gathering.
Yes, sir. Now please unmute.
A very good morning, everyone. Each one of you participants, esteemed guests, resource persons, experienced leaders from the industry, and more specifically from the HEOR domain. This Saturday is different, and very correctly pointed out by Dr. Rajput, is the beginning. The excitement over last 4 months has been simply, I would not be able to put it into words. I know what has gone into this. I cannot take names, not because there are too many. So to put a 3-day international meeting, Professor Rajput, you are an experienced person, and so are young men around and women around who know what goes in. But I am compelled to bring forth one of my observations as an educator in the pharmaceutical sector. We have been seeing that students and learners across, whether they are into BPharm program or to an MPharm program, they typically come out as a pharma literate person. What has bothered me in 40 years of time is a small section, only a small section, it actually builds upon after leaving the college to become health literate. Friends, and esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not at all trying to be educating any one of you, but I am convinced that pharma and health, they cannot stay separate. And the very first point to all the young learners, because if one of the spaces is vacuum, the other one doesn't work. So keeping this in mind, in my classes, I have brought in a concept that therapies and interventions do not only have to be safe and effective, they also have to be reasonably priced. So I think in the coming couple of days, 3 days rather. Secondly, it's heartwarming to see the exponential growth of the HEOR sector. And I'm sure you cannot agree more in the past, say, 20 years of time. The HTA Board of India was constituted sometime in 2017, which is almost 8 years now. But many of you are party and you know very well that this movement has started way back between 2005 to 2007. So those silent contributors to the HER domain actually have put it. And now when I talk to postgraduates across, if at all I have an opportunity to interact, they say, sir, fine, we want to get into HER domain. And I think this is the change which leaders had foreseen. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders do not think of tomorrow. Instead, they focus their eyes on something 25 years ahead of time. And I'm not trying to at all be political. I'm not a political person. So forgive me for that. This e-conference, jointly being organized by multiple stakeholders, is an attempt to foresee that far off point 25 years ahead. And I am sure this event itself is in sync with that leadership thought that I mentioned. Last and quick point, we are all aware the challenges of limited funding, the lack of trained resources, manpower in the LMIC countries, lack of standard guidelines, institutional frameworks, as one of the persons in the opening remarks mentioned that. These are the challenges that I can foresee, but I'm very sure with this congregation of leaders in market access, reimbursement, value and implementation, communications, analytics. And I can tell you, friends, when I was a student in the pharmacy school, I have never heard of any of these words. They are new to me as well, but I'm happy that you young learners, you are getting it at an earlier point of time. All these experts, I think they will truly bring around that 360-degree learning experience. And to the freshers, to those who are attending possibly for the sake of a certificate in their bags, no. My message is very simple. Please adopt technology and don't be scared of mathematics. The last point before I close, I wish to bring in the reference of late Mr. Piyush Pandey on October 24th, who has been considered, and boys and girls, if you are in college, I think it keeps a lot of meaning for you. Mr. Piyush Pandey was considered to be a guru in advertising and sales. You would be surprised, many of you would be surprised, he never had a background in advertising and graduate in English language, who moved to obtain a postgraduate degree in history from St. Stephen's, Delhi, made a name for himself. And today in India, Piyush Pandey is synonymous with advertising and sales. That's my closing line. My very best wishes go with all the efforts that have gone in. And as I said, I would not be taking names, but my best wishes and shubh shuruaat kare aap. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so
Thank you
much,
very
Mr.
much.
Tiwari. Thank you to all our esteemed guests for their inspiring start. Before we conclude this inauguration, I would now like to invite Dr. Ajit Singh, founder and CEO of Climate Research Solutions, to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Fatima. Now it is, I think, the end of inauguration, and I have to give the vote of thanks. But before that, I want to, say something about how it has happened. So I and Dr. Richa, has collaborated around 6 months back, and then we thought, okay, let's do something in the HEOR education, because I was very keen to do it for almost years, and 2 3 years actually, but I was not getting the right people to do it. I mean, we were connected for a longer time, like 3 years, 4 years back. Also, we conducted some webinars and all. Then she was so excited. She was like, now I'm independent. I have opened my company. I have started my company in Singapore, and let's do it. And we started with one 10 weeks course, and it was so successful. We trained almost 200 students in that. And then after that, immediately in August only, we started the internship in HEOR. That is still going on in the midway. And we were just talking one day, and we thought like, okay, let's program something, where we can gather all the leaders in HEOR worldwide. So we came up with this, and I talked to Dr. Kavita, and I talked to other stakeholders, and Dr. Richa has talked to all these industrial partners and everyone, and then that's how it came to the shape. And I'm proudly, with a very much gratitude, I can say that we got around 500 participants to this right now. I think there are 100 plus, but we have 500 registered participants for this course, and almost 10 collaborators, including our institutional partners, industry partners, society partners, and the people who came with, their wish, like, okay, we also want to join this program as a speaker, or, as a partner. Let's make us as a part of this program. So we were so happy, like, okay, some eConference, which we thought like will be doing for 1 day or 2 days, and that has become 3 days conference with 30 plus speakers, 30 plus sessions, and again, there are 120 abstracts also which are going to be presented tomorrow and day after. Right, there were 150 plus abstracts submitted to this wonderful conference, and out of that, 120 abstracts are being presented, so selected for the presentations, and those being presented tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So the youngsters are very enthusiastic. I and Dr. Richa were discussing a few days back. Even we had a meeting with Pramod sir. Like, he is the person from the marketing. He has been into the marketing for 40 plus years. So we were discussing, sir, how to do it. Right. So sir was telling, sir was, giving us his ideas, and we were discussing with other stakeholders, Mahendra Singh Rathore, sir, the principal of Udaipur Gitanjali Institute of Pharmacy, and Dr. Professor Vimal Arora from UIPS Chandigarh University. So we had a lot of ideas, from this meeting. But the only thing we came up with, like, okay, this is a very niche area, very new area. We should, I think, people right now have not the basic knowledge of HEOR as well. The students who are going to the colleges, I mean, not many colleges have the ISPR chapters, or not many colleges are, educating their people in HEOR and RWE, the real world evidences. And actually, the things are completely, going to change now, and changing slowly. And HEOR, HTA, these things are the future. Right, all the policy makings, everything. So the technical part is already, going to be discussed in the 3 days, and Dr. Risha has told nicely. Dr. Pramod sir has covered this. Pramil sir has covered this nicely. I will not get into the, but guys, this is the future. This is the new trend, and where you will get a wonderful job. Your best careers are waiting there, and this is amazing. This is amazing view. If you are looking at this fancy name, HEOR, Health Economics and Outcome Research and Real World Evidence, this is something rocket science or something from other planet. Not at all. This is what you are doing in your daily life. I always tell the students, also my students, go and get something in the HEOR, get some element in your projects, your family projects, your MFARM projects. Get some elements from HEOR. That could be either your health resource utilization, that could be healthcare resource burdens, or it could be a disease burden, or it could be a prescription pattern, or anything. All the part, drug utilization review, these all are the part of HEOR. I always encourage, right? And that's why in that process, we conducted our wonderful webinar with almost 1,000 students and participants day before yesterday. right on not day 4 yesterday, 27th, we conducted the 28th, we conducted that wonderful webinar where we, tried to, educate the people on the basics of HEOR, what are the career options and how they can get into this. So this conference, I believe, is a very niche area. We cannot, say that everyone knows about it and everyone will be joining. But after that, after, considering all the facts, still 500 plus people are joining. I am really thankful to all of you. And there are, 30 plus people, leaders, across the world. They are joining as speakers, they are joining as guests. And this is, really wonderful. So I will start with our, partners. I would like to thank our industrial partners, which are our, Curio and Health Tech Mitra, and then, Neura Trial and, FameGen AI, InvoCept, and then our institutional partners. Gitanjali Institute of Pharmacy, Gitanjali University Udaipur, Professor Mahendra Singh Rathore sir, and UIPS Chandigarh University, Professor Vimal Arora sir. Thank you very much for being the part of this, and our society partners. ACPI, Association of Community Pharmacists of India, Professor Nagappa sir, and APS. And there are multiple other partners. I would like to thank Dr. Kavita Kashru also for being our main partner in this conference. That's KIHT is one of the premium institute and one of the first institute in India to do something in the medtech and helping in HTA and HEOR dedicatedly. They are working in this. So I would like to thank all the partners, and none other than Dr. Richa Goyal, who is the major contributor and the planner of this conference, Dual Spear Consultancy, and all the the stakeholders. And with that, I would come to Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, always support our board chairman, and from the Cadila Pharmaceuticals. He has spent almost 43 years of his life in one institution, and that dedication always inspires us, always inspires me, like how he did. And now he is guiding CleMed, Curio, and guiding thousands of the students, thousands of the people. And other than that, almost 25 universities. He's the either into the board of studies or into the executive boards, or as a professor of practice. I mean, he's into the 25 plus universities right now, and multiple organizations. Every day he's very busy, and after that, having that busy schedule, he's joining us as one of our chief guests, and guiding us again, and giving his precious words, if I say, out of his precious time. So I would like to thank Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput sir for joining us as our chief guest, and then Professor Pramil Tiwari sir, from Naipur Mohali. Sir, thank you very much for accepting us and guiding us, and guiding our students and participants, and showing them the true path of how they can join HEOR and how it can make the impact. And you rightly said that you don't need a background to become the master of anything, any special domain, right? But I will say that these people already have that. Still, they are hesitating to get into this, but I always encourage them, and you are encouraging them. So I again tell you guys that please, if you're not listening to me, at least listen to the veterans, right? They are telling you the right things. They are, guiding you the right things, and they know how the future is, how, things are after 25 years, so, or 20 years or 10 years, right? So they know the path, they know the future as well. Now, what will be the future of HTA? What will be the future of HEOR? Listen to them. So thank you very much, Pramil sir, for joining us here. And Dr. Hit Sharma, who is always a supporter, always a wonderful, support for CleMed and for us. And he's joining our chief guest as, in the valedictory session on Monday. So I would like to thank Dr. Hit Sharma, who is right now the medical director, medical affairs at Serum Institute of India Private Limited, Pune. And then all the resource persons, including Dr. Mahendra Rai, and all the esteemed speakers from different industries, different organizations, and who are going to be there with you for next 3 days, and guiding you throughout the HEOR, HTA, or all the real world evidences. And we have a very important part in that we have included, that you can directly interact in the question and answer session. You can directly interact with the with these people, and you can ask your any question related to your career or your whatever type of guidance you need, and they will be telling about that also in their sessions. So I'll not take much time. I would like to thank you all again, all the participants and our coordinators, Dr. Neha Suratia, our research director at CLIMAT, Dr. Kavya, the senior fellow at Kalam Institute of Health Technology, and our academic partners again, Dr. Mahendra Singh Rathod, Dr. Vimal Arora, Dr. Anant Nagappa Naik sir. Thank you very much. And our hosting team, I would like to give a big thanks and big applause to my hosting team, because they are working for last 4 days and day and night. They are I was seeing that last night around 10 o'clock they were having the rehearsal meeting, and they were completing this task, like how it will go, how this things will be going smoothly for next 3 days. So the leader, the Tanvi and Fatima and other people from our hosting team, I would like to thank you all. So with that, guys, thank you very much for joining us and for joining this wonderful conference for 3 days. And please be with us and try to learn as much as, and try to ask as many as questions and doubts to everyone. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Over to you, Fatima.
Thank you so
Fatima, I like to take 1 minute, right? And Pramil sir, Dr. Pramil, I like to add one thing, sir. Such a wonderful way which you said. So can I take 2 minutes here?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay. So what you said about late Shri Piyush Pandey ji, right? It is very, very clear, because when I joined this pharmaceutical industry, I left engineering college, right? And I joined this industry because this industry is something great, because there has to be a passion of learning which is there. And after doing my graduation, I've never learned anatomy, physiology, and all. But over a period of time, I started learning. So learning is one of the things, and you guys are on the same domain. And believe you me, what Pramil sir has said, we are thinking 25 years ahead. And it is the real requirement is there. And today also, because yesterday Dr. Ajit had a great session on uses of artificial intelligence in so many things. So I was one of the students there, because it is not that what I am, but here I am a learner, right? So I would request everybody whosoever is there, right? Please learn from the esteemed faculties, because every faculty is like a big book in front of you, right? And they are going to teach you and open your mind. I'm sure that you all are going to open your mind to learn, because this is a roadmap. This is a real way, that is milestone which is going to set for the future. So thank you so much for giving this time, because Dr. Pramil has ignited this thing in me. I said, let me just put it here. Request all the people, all the researchers here who are joining here, please take the take-home message, because it is going to help for the coming decades as well. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Rajput. We should have met earlier. I should have actually given your example rather than going to Dr. Shri Piyush Pandey, but it's wonderful to know that. Thank you so much. Over to Ajit and your team. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Over to you,
Thank
Fatima. Please go ahead.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, sir.
Yeah.
With this, we have concluded a formal inauguration for this groundbreaking conference on HEOR and RWE. Now, let's dive into our very first keynote session of the conference, titled HEOR and RWE Foundations and Career Pathways. This session will be delivered by a true thought leader in the domain, Dr. Richa Goyal, CEO and co-founder of Dual Sphere Consulting. Dr. Richa Goyal is a seasoned life science professional with over 18 years of industry experience. Within the life science domain, Dr. Richa possesses extensive expertise in strategic planning, go-to-market strategies, market access strategies, pricing, launch optimization, late phase studies. Her areas of specialization include health economics and outcome research, real world evidence, patient preference studies, patient reported outcomes, health systems research, database analysis, patient support programs, and providing recommendations for open label extension studies and post market research. Dr. Richa has received the HBA Then and Now Award under the HBA Ambassador Program and was recognized with Asia's Women Leader Award. As a thought leader, Dr. Richa has contributed to numerous national and international conferences and has been invited as a guest speaker on various prestigious platforms. She brings extensive experience in cross-cultural collaboration, working effectively with diverse teams and stakeholders across the healthcare industry. In this session, she'll walk us through the fundamentals of HEOR and RWE, their real world relevance, and most importantly, the career opportunities this growing field offers for students, researchers, and professionals alike. Before we begin, I would like to inform everyone that we have a Q&A session, and so keep all your questions ready. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Richa Goyal for the keynote session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thanks, Fatima. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, to be back again. Before I start my session, I know the schedule, we are running a bit ahead of the schedule, and many of the participants would be interested to join on time, like we all do. In case any one of our other collaborator, partner, or anyone would like to say few words, because we still have good 10-15 minutes before we start the session. So I know it's an impromptu request, but in case anyone would like to unmute themselves or would like to say anything encouraging, or what are your expectations from these 3 days, we would like to listen to you all. And after that, then I'll begin. So it's an open forum. It's an opportunity.
Uh, Rishaji, your mic. Yeah, now mics are even on for everyone. You can open
Thanks,
your mic
Dr.
and
Ajit.
speak. You can
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
Yes.
It's your visibility to shine. It's your opportunity to shine. It's your chance to be visible. Okay, we
Absolutely.
all crave for visibility, for that chance. We also want to talk to everyone. We are giving it openly. Please go ahead.
Yes, guys. Anyone? Okay, people are hesitant.
I have to speak any which ways, right? And I will. So, but
There are
before
our
that,
collaborators as well. Let's find out our
yes,
collaborators.
yes, Dr. Ajit, please see now from
I
the
think
chat.
Dr. Kavita is here. Dr. Kavita is here. If she's here, I would welcome her to, speak a few words.
Yes, yes, of course. I'm here. I'm so glad such a beginning is just a rocking show which we have started, and what an energy to start the conference. I'm so glad that all the efforts has culminated so well, and let's disseminate the knowledge which we have received and we have created in this arena, in this area. So it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to share whatever we have with the students, and for a teacher, that is the best thing which we can do at this point of time. So all the best to the organizers, and I look forward to the conference, the sessions, and the question answers as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Kavita. Anyone
Uh,
else?
Maybe I like to add. Apologies, I'm at airport right now. But yeah, I think this is a very good initiative. And as Praveen sir said, even when I got into this HUR field, I had no clue what HUR means. And at that point in time, there were no sessions like this, so we had no understanding. We learned in the job, but I think it's a great initiative. People who are studying, they are getting to know what HEOR is, and they can choose whether they want to take it up as a career. And believe me, I've been into HEOR domain for 20 years, and it was a good choice. So I think this is definitely going to help students make that right choice, because as health economists, we help governments, we help payers to make right decisions. And by this entire conference, I think we are helping students to make the right choices. And if they want to make career in HUR, I think this will be a very right platform, guiding force. So all the best to everyone, and glad to be a part of this. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the wonderful views. Thank you very much. And guiding, yes.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, everyone. This is Akhilesh here. Hope I'm
Hi.
audible.
Hi, sir. Yes.
Hi, sir. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You are.
So, my name is Akhilesh, and I come along with 22 years of experience in domestic and international pharmaceutical sales and marketing. And I am just giving you an anecdotal experience. So, one of the faculty who will be part of this conclave and who will be speaking on HEOR and RWE. So, almost 2 months back, I happened to ask him that is there any way I can learn HEOR and RWE? Because this seems to be very fascinating for me. Even being in pharmaceutical, but still these concepts or these theories eluded me. Okay. So he said that he was making a presentation in IIM Sirmaur. If you are willing, you can come and you attend. Unfortunately, I did not have time and I could not go. Now, coming back to this session, again, he'll be presenting, but this was so fascinating for me that I enrolled the very same day. And since the payment link was not working, I happened to ping him over LinkedIn that, sir, the payment link is not working. Can you please help me? he said that I think he responded a little late, but by then this problem was resolved. And I'm so, I'm so you're eager to learn everything over here. And as rightly pointed out, many of the faculty right in the beginning, that this is something probably is going to rule over next your maybe times to come for so many years. And I'm really excited to be part of this conclave. Obviously, today and tomorrow will be there in the session. Monday being a working day, but still I learned that, yeah, the recording part will also be available. So I'm really, really excited to be part of this conclave. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for joining us. Thank you very much. Yes, still we have some minutes. Anyone who wants to share their comments, journey, or why they are joining us? Are we having some industrial partners with us, Dr. Richa? I'm not sure actually with their names. Can we find someone?
Finding.
They should not leave. They should not leave before we find their name.
Yeah.
Hi, team. Good morning. Yeah, myself, Rohini. Actually, I don't know, I'm very much blessed to meet the leaders, inspiring leaders today. I'm truly blessed and grateful to be here. First of all, I need to thank Richa ma'am for giving me this opportunity. As we know, the Richa ma'am is a the way she speaks, the ideas she has, and today really ma'am, it shows like simply we can't tell the leaders like you should be there, the helping nature should be there, and everything. Like I believe that every conferences gives something valuable to take back with us, with a new ideas, new friendships, new motivations to grow. First of all, ma'am, thank you so much for connecting me with the new leaders across the globe and taking the new ideas for the young generations. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this opportunity. I'm waiting to take back something very important things in my life.
Thank you so much, Rohini, for joining. And this is for everyone. We have a very wonderful lineup of global speakers. Please go ahead, interact with them. These are some of the leaders. At my college level, I think if somebody would have given me that opportunity to interact with such leaders at that stage of my initial career, maybe, or my college life, but it's an opportunity for you all. Please interact, make this conference as interactive as possible. So thanks, Rohini. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, Richaji, would you like to take one or two more comments, or shall we go ahead?
No, let's take a couple of more.
Okay.
I want people
Hi,
to.
hi everyone.
Yeah.
Mursa this side.
Hey, Murtaza.
Richa, I'm sorry, I'm traveling, so I could not switch on my camera. But I would really like to commend this, entire initiative. And everybody has been reiterating, this is, a very helpful opportunity in very early phase of, people development. When, students or people in their very early phase of career joins in. Because I'll tell you, currently, if you look industry-wide, there would be more than 50 market access professionals in pharma industry. And the reason for that is because it was never taught in curriculum. But moving forward, such initiatives will shape up the mindset, will shape up the people very early in their development phase. And, this will definitely explode the kind of skill sets, the kind of, talent that we will see in the industry in near future. So a big kudos for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Murtaza.
Richa,
And we look forward to your
if
session as well. Sorry.
If I make a quick one.
Yes, Naresh, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hello, guys. I know one of my co-founder Pranav is definitely going to speak later in the sessions today. I am just coming out of a big community session for biologics in Singapore here. And we had good 40 plus people coming in from various domains, students who are pursuing their PhDs and others. and when we explain them what as NeuroTrial what we are doing, I think the point of intersection is from a domain specific solutions to how tech is coming up. Even the domain people need to learn that, right? So just to get level based as to what the tech can do and how you can grow your domain specific experiences as well. And I think DualSphere, being our close partner here, is playing a very, very vital role in this. And we definitely look forward playing a larger role in this whole ecosystem.
Are we getting some network lagging with him?
Yeah, Naresh, I think network is breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably that could be the reason. Yeah. So what I'm saying is get to understand, from our perspective as well, how we are leveraging tech and merging it with the domain. And I think that's an area that that can't be undermined any longer. So you got to have a very good perspective and understanding how do we merge both these areas together. Sorry, sir. That was dropping.
No problem, Naresh, not at all. Glad to hear you.
Glad to hear you. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Hey, Priyanka.
Yeah, hi, good morning everyone. I'm Priyanka Barathe here. So I would like to share a few words. So I'm truly grateful to be attending this international HEOR conference and surrounded by brilliant minds and inspiring conversations. So I would like to take a moment to express my sincere appreciation to Dr. Richa and Dr. Mahendra, who are a great mentor, as everybody know, and their guidance and encouragement have been always instrumental in my journey and in many people's journey. And really thank you, Dr. Richa and Dr. Mahendra, for being a constant source of inspiration. And I believe this session will be a very small or a very less session. Like it will need at least a more 3 hours or 4 hours of session, like to appreciate Dr. Richa and Dr. Mahendra.
No, Priyanka. Thank you so much. We are glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'm Dr. Nilanshu Singhal, and I'm doing a PhD from NIPA Mohali. And it's a great pleasure for me to be here and attending and getting a knowledge from all the experts. And it's very great opportunity for me. So I'm so grateful, and I thank every one of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Nilanshu.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I think
quick check once again, Dr. Ajit.
Okay.
One quick check again if somebody wants to speak, right? Guys, it's your chance to unmute, right? Because we will any which ways be speaking. Okay, so it's your chance.
Absolutely. Hi, Richa. This is Kishore this side. So first of all, I would like to thank Richa and Ajit Singh for creating such a great platform to interact regarding the HEOR domain and making us to meet the great leaders like Pramil sir and Rajput sir and Mahinder Rai sir and Ajit and of course Richa. So thanks for creating such a great platform. And I have been working in the HEOR department like from the past 14 years. But at that stage, there was no platform to know about the HEOR at that stage. So for now, for the students, I guess this is a great platform to utilize and create the great and the brightful future for them. So I wish all the best to all the students who are attending these like sessions or taking the points to create the bright future. So, yeah, even I am also learning few things while doing the sessions and creating some shortcuts by using the sessions by Dr. Ajit and Richa Goel, especially in the artificial intelligence, how we introduce AI into the HEOR domain. So that's the really helpful for me as well. So I'm also applying for my end. So every day is a learning day, new day in the HEOR domain. It is like an ocean, so we can't get it in one single go. So even if you know something in each and every year, there will be advancements and there will be new concepts which we need to adapt and which we need to learn day by day to improve our career as well. So I think this is a great platform for us to learn new things and to share the new things with the people, what we know, and we need to take some input from them, what we don't know. So I would like to thank each and everyone for the great leaders like you. I have never met such a great persons virtually like this before, even before. So first of all,
Thank
so
you, Kishore.
thank
Thank you
you,
very much for
thank you,
Thank you,
thank you very
Kishore.
much,
Thank you so much.
thank you, Rashmi sir and Tamil sir. So yeah, right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Kishore. Thank you for encouraging.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Last call outs.
Richa, you're pulling the Indian community more to the unfamiliar zone, unknowns. I think that's a great platform what you and Dr. Ajit Singh and Dr. Rajput have created. All kudos to you guys.
Thanks, Naresh. Thank you.
Okay, we still have time, but I
I
think
would take
we should not. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
Akansha.
Akansha is here.
Hey,
hello,
Akansha.
Dr. Ajit, hello, Dr. Richa, hello, sir. I would like to thank you for having providing us such a great platform. You know, being in the industry, learning from past few years, we haven't got such a chance where you get so many leaders from different fields of HEOR coming together and speaking like this. So thank you so much from bottom of my heart to providing us such a great platform. You know, sitting from our within our homes, we can actually learn. So this is a great moment of pride that I'm associated with Dr. Dicha, who actually put so much of pain to provide such a platform to everybody, which is not very usual in life. So thank you so much, Dr. Dicha, and thank you so much the Climate team for organizing it. And
Thank you.
thank you. Look
Thank you very
forward. I'm
much.
very excited to actually hear the leaders, and thank you so much.
Thanks, Akansha. Thanks for encouraging.
I think we should not force them much.
I mean, if they're willing and want to unmute with their fingers and want to speak, I mean, I'm okay, right? It's their forum. It's for them.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So guys, just 30 seconds. Yeah, somebody is speaking,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Yes, Shanmugapriya here. I'm really happy to be part of this. I do heard somewhere a good leader leads the people from above them, but a great leader leads the people from within them. I do see those triads with this community people. I'm so glad to be this part. Thank you
you,
so
dear.
much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, dear.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. Thank you so much. Yes, so I would like to say before we start the sessions, guys, be with us, okay, and learn as much as you can. And if you have any doubts, we have a specific 5 to 10 minutes question and answer session, after each sessions, right? So you can directly interact with these leaders. I'm telling you again, if you are going to their cabins, if you're going to their offices, you are not getting the appointments easily to meet them. Or if they're not living, sometimes they're not living in, many of them are not living in India as well.
Yes,
So
yes.
you cannot meet them physically. You cannot meet them, without any appointments or without a lot of, putting a lot of efforts. Okay. But here we have created a platform where you are getting the chance to talk to them directly. Directly means direct one-to-one conversations you can do. You can ask your questions directly with them about the careers, about the scope, about their journeys, or whatever they are teaching. If you have any doubts, please interact. So the main reason of creating this platform is that, right? So I hope that will go very good, and I wish all of you a very great learning and a successful conference. So with that, I think we can start, Dr. Isha.
Yes, Dr. Ajit. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. So before I go to jump into the presentations, I would like to share a few anecdotes, what got me here, why I'm here today. And it's not something different or great. I think many of us go through the same. So first thing I would like to start is I come from family of doctors. My parents are doctors. They are still practicing doctors in India. Everyone from my father's side is a doctor, a specialist in his or her own way. I was the first person in the next generation who could not clear the PMT or the pre-medical test exam. And I own it openly, right? I could not clear my PMT exam. That's how I got into pharmacy. So according to the merit list, right, in India, still it happens MBBS, BDS, then other fields, and then pharmacy. But then I took it as an opportunity to build my career, to create, to shine. I put in a lot of effort, like all of you did. I did my master's in pharmacy, specializing in pharmacology from Punjab University, Chandigarh. On the way, I learned a lot of things, right? Eventually, publishing manuscripts, lot of papers during my master's, which is a tip that I give to all the students, because it sets you to do something different in your career, right? Then cut to MPharm second year, campus placements are going on. Suddenly, one company comes in, and we knew they were doing HEOR. I'm talking about back in 2007. Okay, but we didn't knew what HEOR was at that point in time. Neither we had the GPTs of the world and the YouTube's videos and everything to guide us. My classmates tell me, and this is a very funny story, that Richa, tomorrow morning is the interview, kal subah hai, get a laptop and come. I'm like, what do they do? What is HEOR? Please tell me. Uh, Thoda Google Pay, all we search, right? And then happens the interview day. I go to my university. I have a laptop and everything, and company people, they ask me first question, what is ITT population? What is ITT population? I'm like, this is out of syllabus. I don't know what is. Yeah.
Dr. Richa, one sec. I'm just, muting everyone, so only the co-hosts can speak. Just 1 minute. You have to, unmute yourself again. That's all. Please unmute yourself and speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Ajit. So I was saying, the first question I was asked was, what is ITT population? And I'm like, my friends didn't prepare me for this question. I don't know the answer. But I was very honest, and I told the interviewers, I don't know. Instead of faking it or making it something different, where I would have sounded, I don't know what, I just simply said, I don't know. And then they proceeded to ask other questions. They asked me to make certain graphs, summarize some research papers, and a lot of other questions. And eventually I got selected. Okay. But what disheartens me today is that I still see the gap where the students of today do not have that much awareness about HEOR, RWE, or what is ITT, what is modified ITT, and how it is different for per protocol population. Right. Of course, now we have many more educational events, educational material on the internet, but still how HEOR impacts day-to-day life, healthcare decisions, policy making, it's still unknown to many. Right. So after working in corporate for 17 years or so, I decided to start my own company called Dual Sphere Consulting, based in Singapore. Career takes you everywhere, job takes you everywhere. That's how I ended up being in Singapore as well. And Dual Sphere Consulting was born on 7th of January of this year. Right. And now I can proudly say that we have subsidiaries in India, and we recently opened up in UK as well. Right. Apart from being the value providers in HEOR and RWE domain to some of the pharmaceutical companies and consulting houses globally, we wanted to do something different, something as a give back, something that to create an impact in the society, or even if we can impart a percentage of our knowledge and education. And God sends you blessings in different ways. And one fine morning, I receive a message from Dr. Ajit Singh that we have certain plans of doing some educational programs, internship sessions in HEOR. Would you and your company be interested? And the answer was instant yes. I was looking for this kind of a platform to connect with the masses, to connect with the students who are the knowledge hub of today and tomorrow. Right. And that's how we started collaborating. We did one 10-week long session. Then we did one internship program. And then Suddenly Dr. Ajit Singh calls and says, can we do one conference as well? And I am like, yes, we can. And I want to acknowledge Dr. Ajit on this forum as well. Like, he and his team, they work like magicians. They create it for you, right? And of course, it's a collaborative effort from all of us, right? So many people, as Rajput sir said, Tiwari sir said, it's a collaborative effort from everyone. But we are here today, and I am also blessed to have so many industrial speakers who gave so much trust on us. They agreed to be a part as a speaker of our conference. They are based in Europe, UK, US. It's not easy to adjust as per the Indian time zone, right? They knew from the beginning, but no question asked, no adjustments made. They just came by, right? And I am very thrilled to have these 3 wonderful learning days with you all. Right. With this, I want to begin the presentation. But before that, Dr. Ajit, if you want to have anything or want to say anything.
No, nothing. I'm seriously amazed that, definitely, there are the people who makes the conference, but all the plans and getting the best speakers, getting the best leaders from the world is all Dr. Richa Goyal. And yes, this is all the teamwork. And I can say, including Dr. Rajput, Dr. Pramil Tiwari sir, and Dr. Kavita, and Dr. Rathore, Dr. Arora, everyone has put their efforts to make this conference successful, and the participants and the presenters who are going to present their abstracts tomorrow and day after. So everyone, and my hosting team, and everyone, I mean, they did the excellent work, and that's how we made it like this for all of you. And now it is up to you how you are making it success, right, guys? So over to you, Dr. Richa.
Thanks, Dr. Ajit. Let me share my screen, okay? I hope the presentation is visible.
Yes, it is.
I am making it full screen mode. Yeah, hope it is in full screen now.
It is.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much for confirming. Okay, so I told you about us, right? So let's move to the next slide. Quickly, who we are, our vision, our mission, our approach. So we want to bridge the gap between clinical development and market access, demonstrating the value, affordability, and impact. But one of the biggest mission as a company that we hold is giving back to the society, connecting with all the students and helping them choosing their career, giving them guidance as far as possible from our side, bringing in the industry experts so that we can help them in the career. We can proudly say we started in this year as Dual Sway Consulting, but we have 20 plus people working with us globally. We have specialists in medical affairs, health economists, epidemiologists, biostats, systematic literature reviewers, global value dossiers, manuscripts, abstracts, medical writing. And we also timely have interns from various colleges. Dr. Pramil Tiwari sir has been very kind to us by providing us very, very wonderful and intelligent interns. So thank you, sir, for this one. Okay. So quickly, the purpose of this conference, as we know, is not to give you just educational content, but to give you all a very practical scenario of where these kinds of projects are used, where the industry is moving, what are the challenges, what are the skill sets that we look for when we come for interviews for freshers or for the experienced people. Let's quickly look at the definition of health economics and outcomes research. Let's break it into 2 parts: health economics and outcomes research. Health economics entails analyzing the economic aspects of health and healthcare with focus on costs and consequences. Gone are the days when the same medicine or the therapy or the regime was to be administered to all the patients with similar kind of anomalies or diseases. Let's say initially, if there was any medicine for non-small cell lung cancer, majority of the patient population was generalized for those kinds of medicines, right? But how it has changed. Now we are talking more about personalized medications, customized care plans, patient support programs, not only the efficacy and safety, but we are also talking about the affordability of the medicine, about the burden it will create on the payers and the providers if the government wants to reimburse those kinds of medications, whether the drug should be included in the panel of reimbursement or not. Through HEOR, we can help in taking all those decisions. And the outcomes are not only limited to the clinical outcomes, they are the quality of life, epidemiology, economic, safety, and further enhancing into real world evidence and patient support programs. Again, when I started my career, I learned systematic literature review. I'm talking about 2007. That time, I was like, I know HEOR now. I know systematic review, how it is done. I know everything about HEOR. Okay, but we have seen the evolution of HEOR from SLR. We went to modeling, global value dossiers, HTA submissions, manuscripts, abstracts, posters, and real world evidence. So today we know about prospective study, retrospective study, claims database, registries, so on and so forth. This is how we have seen the evolution of HEOR. At least I can talk about myself. Now, why do we need HEOR? It's basically to identify the unmet needs. Clinical trials are the gold standards. They cannot be replaced. So if you say that we can replace clinical trials with real world evidence, no, they are not going anywhere, right? Because they have their own regulatory processes, and real world evidence study complement them really well. They supplement the data. Okay, many a times, if a drug goes for approval, the regulatory body tells them, go and conduct a similar RWE study and come to us with the added evidence. Okay, many times before HTA assessment, also it's a mandate to do the real world evidence study. It addresses the evidence gap, promotes patient-centered research. It puts the patient in the middle. Right. Nowadays, a lot of apps are also coming which record patients' data, the cardio data, sleep data, mortality data. Many of us wear smartwatches these days. What happens to all this data? That data forms the part of real world evidence and helps or lays the foundation of many upcoming studies. Okay, these kinds of HEOR studies help in designing cost containment strategy. What should be the cost? What should be the incremental cost effectiveness ratio? Over next 3 days, we have a lot of speakers, wonderful speakers, experts more than me, who will take you through all these terminologies. It helps in adapting the data for different population. In clinical trials, what happens is, since it happens in a controlled regulated environment, right? The patient population is controlled, their diet is controlled, body temperature is controlled. But once the drug is out in the open, okay, there is no control, which means many of us have different comorbidities. Geographically we are distributed, right? So those kinds of things, different age groups, right? So for those, then the real effect of the drug comes, responding to changes in market environments. Few years back, we all went through a very bad time. COVID hit us. I pray to the God from the bottom of my heart, like no humanity should ever see a time like that. Right. What has it done? Studies are still going on. It has done humongous changes to our body. The vaccines that we took, overall, the impact of COVID was also very different on all our bodies. You know what? The clinical trials or the real world evidence studies which were going through the COVID time, now they actually had a protocol amendment. They actually had an amendment where they listed, because of COVID, now these certain changes have been done, or the study could not be performed from this to this time duration because of COVID. Right. So all these new changes hopefully are being captured in the real world study. And to comply with HTA submissions, when we do HTA submission, it's an amalgamation of the primary research and the secondary research, systematic reviews, targeted literature reviews, budget impact model, cost effectiveness model, global value dossiers. They all form the part of the HTA submissions. Fine. Now, this can be an interview question. Okay, if you want to take a snapshot of this, please go ahead. The services include HEOR, RWE, and market access offerings. And the important thing to be noted in this slide is these services pertain right from the R&D strategy to the post-marketing surveillance, managing the entire life cycle of the drug. Right. So many a times you will be asked in interviews, where do you think HEOR fits into the drug development life cycle? Is it the developmental stage, launch stage, post-launch stage, where it is, right? So it starts as early as the R&D stage, where we start with substantiating the evidence with the literature reviews. Then we have ad boards, stakeholder plans, life cycle management solutions. Many of our clients want the fact book. It's kind of an interactive fact book. They want the evidence in that form. Payer disease primer, HTA deep dive, and local policy. What is already in there? What are the gap analysis? How can we make it more meaningful? Then we have early and full core value perspectives, a medical plan, strategy playbook, nice submissions, patient support programs. Some of the companies are working very interestingly on the examples. Like now they are amalgamating the evidence from real world evidence study using a platform where these data are collected to support the patient support programs. Very interesting. Let's see how the evolution goes. As I gave you an example, when I started SLR, I thought I know everything. I have mastered SLR, which means I know HEOR. But no, I'm still learning. Every day, I see so many things upcoming, evolving. You must be aware about the JCA guidelines, what NICE has to say about AI, different AI tools, forums, and platforms. Then coming back, literature reviews, not only, as I said, for clinical, but economic, quality of life, epidemiological parameters as well. Disease awareness, real world evidence and insights, network meta analysis, very interesting. Okay, disease management, biostatistics. But how do we know all these things? We know by practice, and hard work. Okay, invest in your career. Keep on learning, keep on growing. Now, what is RWD, RWI, RWE? Written in the book, you all can also read. But since it's a part of the presentation, patient level data not collected in conventional randomized trials forms the real world data. Electronic medical records, claims data, mortality, consumer data, registries, data collected in observation studies, chart reviews, etc. The insights generated from them form the real world insights, and the evidence that is generated from these insights form the real world evidence. Interview terminologies, okay? Remember them. Right. Next question is, what are the RWE study types? So various study designs, it's applicable to across study designs, can be observational, cohort studies, case control studies, database registries, patient chart reviews, focused group discussions, social media analytics. Very, very important. We recently conducted one project on anemia where the pharmaceutical company wanted the data from social media. So in some of the companies, it is categorized under social media listening as well. Okay, so we collect the platforms that we used included Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn as well. Okay. Telegram, of course. It was also a part as asked by the client. So real world study outcomes. So the outcomes that are measured in real world study, they include the clinical outcomes, economic outcomes, and the patient reported outcomes. Now, quickly, the life cycle of real world studies. So I've tried to include the slides basis my experience on the recently asked questions. So what are the phases of real world study? It starts right from study planning, where you plan your feasibility study, protocol review, team training, budget, and IRB preparation. Then how do you collect the data? It's based and is an amalgamation of primary and secondary. Primary includes your survey, questionnaires, Zoom calls, face-to-face meetings. Secondary data, hospital records, registries, or from published literature. Then the data is clean and entered in electronic data platforms. Quality checks are done. Databases are logged. Like clinical trials, we log the real world databases as well. Then we analyze the data using SAS, SPSS, or other softwares. We interpret the data. And finally, the client generally receives it in the form of technical reports, presentations, and manuscripts. Right? Now, I want to spend more time on the skills that are required for freshers or experienced people. How do we develop them? What are we looking at when we are interviewing people? And when you guys should start the preparation for the same. Let's say we come to a university or college for interviews for freshers. A basic understanding of HEOR concepts is very important. And now I can see many universities providing their courses. Dr. Kavita, Pramil Tiwari sir leave no stone unturned in educating their students about the basic concepts of HEOR. Quantitative and analytical skills, basic statistical knowledge should be there. Mean, median, understanding of epidemiological terminologies. What is incidence, prevalence? My favorite question, what is the difference between incidence and prevalence? Risk ratios. Then literature review skills. Should screen articles using PubMed, Google Scholar, at least the free softwares. How, and basically it entails is when you do your master's or PhD thesis. Basic reference management tools, EndNote, etc. Scientific writing and communication skills. That's why I'm saying write your manuscripts, write your papers in your master's and PhD programs. It's a mandate nowadays for many of the universities to have at least a couple of papers published before their theses are getting signed. I think that's an excellent initiative. Some of the skills, if you want to make your career in this, understand the cost types. What is ICER? What is cost effectiveness, budget impact, awareness about real world data. As fresher, we do not expect you to do something on real world data, especially the claims data for us. But many projects are being held where you do prospective data collection or retrospective, let's say for heart failure, oncology, and other things. You should know how to manage your time, meeting deadlines, attention to detail, ATD errors, very important. I'll give you an example in the upcoming session. Soft skills. So when I hire, there are two things I look at: skill and will. Skill is something I understand that students might not get an opportunity to learn, and we teach them, no problem at all. But will, that is willingness to learn or learning agility, it's very, very important. It forms the core foundation. So keep that learning agility, learning attitude. It will take you to places. Nice to have, not mandatory, no pressures. But ISPOR chapter is nowadays with almost every college, which is a very good initiative and good thing. Good publication practice. Basic modeling tools, Excel, Triage. If you can get a chance, please do. Pro tip for freshers: focus on building core understanding, writing skills, and literature analysis first. The rest of the things you can learn on the job. We are there to help you. For experienced people, now, as I said, in HEOR, it entails different skills like modeling, writing, literature reviews. So if, let's say we are hiring a modeler, we want the person to know budget impact model, cost effectiveness, Markov model, decision tree analysis, familiarity with Triage, Excel, R, Python, very important, which I've not written here. Yeah, it's there. Real world evidence generation. How do you design prospective study, retrospective study? What are the challenges, especially when you're doing such studies? Statistical analysis, use of SAS, Stata, R, Python. Patient-centered outcomes, which are the tools that are universally accepted, and how do you make your tool at the par of the already existing tools? Literature reviews, methodology of SLR, how do you conduct an SLR? Meta-analysis in R, Python, or I would say WinBugs, OpenBugs, Prisma, and Cochrane methodology. Writing skills, manuscripts, white papers, HTA dossiers, AMCPs, GVDs. Stakeholder communication, very important. Market access, policy understanding, what is NICE saying, what are JCA guidelines, what are the value frameworks, NCCN guidelines, very important. Reimbursement development strategy, managing timelines, collaborating with stakeholder. Who's a stakeholder? Anyone who's part of the project is a stakeholder. Publication planning, identifying the target journals, formatting your manuscript accordingly, and addressing the review comments from the reviewers. Some of the soft skills, as you move ahead in your career, your soft skills play a major impact. How do you collaborate? Are you a team worker or a subject matter expert? Out of the box thinking. Your bosses like you to come with solutions, not the problems. We all know the problems. Adaptability, continuous learning, knowledge of machine learning, NLP is a must. At least what is a large language model? Health policy and system thinking, understanding the broader health ecosystem and policy levers. Okay, quickly, career options. There are many. I've tried to list them as much as I can. KPO, knowledge process outsourcing, your consulting roles, competitive intelligence, health economics and outcomes research. Digital health and analytics involves artificial intelligence, data mining, and data scientists. Clinical research organizations, where you do clinical trials and real world evidence. Government and private sector, drug inspector role, pharmacist role. You can also join co-pharmaceutical industry, R&D departments, medical affairs, pharma commercials, business development. Then you can also go to academics, research and training. Very respectable job. I personally love it. Another concept that I would like to teach you all is something called as a digital twin, right? And I have recently had a chance to review a few of them in some of the upcoming conferences. Quickly, I can tell about this. It's the virtual representation of something that exists physically. It's a virtual representation of a physical model. I have seen examples in type 2 diabetes, pan liver diseases, which are being developed in the laboratories. A quick example, there's a movie called Apollo 13. Go ahead. After this, you can watch that. So what happened was a spacecraft was stuck, right? It's been long back, and then luckily they had the virtual twin of that on Earth, and they were running various simulations, and because of that, they were able to bring back the spacecraft safely to the Earth with all the astronauts safe. So this is what is the example of digital twin is. Nowadays, there is another concept called as in silico clinical trials, which are also done in the virtual world. These are the terminologies I suggest. Please prepare yourself when you're going for interviews. Similarly, metaverse. Recently, there have been news that now some of the hospitals are there which do not exist in cement and brick, okay, but they exist virtually. So it's an amalgamation of virtual reality and augmented reality. For example, let's say if a complex surgery needs to be performed, and you need a gamut of surgeons to do so, and because of logistics constraints, they are not able to fly down. They can join virtually. They can give instructions to the main surgeon. They can form teams, and that's how complicated surgeries are performed. Humanoids and bots. These are some of the real pictures I've taken from certain conferences based on Gen AI, right? And one very interesting example of Gen AI I would like to share here. Like, I was interacting with this bot, and this bot was trained to be a cancer patient, right? And where you can ask your questions. And some of the questions were already fed in the bot, but I asked a question like, who is the breadwinner in the family? If you are you have this disease, you might not be able to go to the job. Is there anyone who's earning in the family? And the bot was able to answer through agentic AI, right? Which means they are being trained on such things where they can answer. Now, let's look quickly at the broad concept of artificial intelligence and Gen AI. So you have to know these terms when you are sitting or giving the interviews, AI is the broad umbrella under which lies machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and large language models. AI focuses on creating systems that perform tasks usually require human intelligence, decision making, pattern recognition, language understanding, etc. Gen AI is a type of AI that can create new content like text, images, video, etc. Chat GPT, other models. Okay, large language models. This is a wordy slide. I will not go into the detail. I am aware of the time as well, and I have a few slides more to cover. It's a foundation model within Gen AI trained on massive text-based datasets to generate human-like language. We have experts coming up in sessions today, tomorrow, and day after, who will take you through the basics of AI and talk more on the same. We do not endorse any particular platform for doing HEOR, but what I can say is a lot of activities are being done on AI platforms. They are not the replacers, they are the enablers. Okay, they will help us in working more towards the efficiency and the quality of these, and a very important concept called HITL, that's human in the loop, needs to be adapted. Okay, what is a job interview? Very important thing. Please note this. It's a two-way communication process between the interviewer and the interviewee. A two-way communication process. Okay. It's not only about saying yes, sir, no, sir, and answering the question. It's your chance to ask the interviewer any question you feel relevant. Right. Large language models help in job interviews, helps in generating most probable, most likely asked questions. They can help in mock interviews, tailored question. They give you feedback and they also suggest improvements. Please use them. Why do we need interview skills? They help us in performing better. They help us in becoming confident, and definitely it improves our knowledge. How do we prepare? When do we start? Start in the college. You all are smart enough, guys, these days, right? Attend seminars, sessions, watch YouTube videos, hear to good speakers, make a list of commonly asked questions, and acquire additional skills or certifications. But important thing, avoid herd mentality. Do not think, oh, my friend is doing so, I also have to learn. See the relevance and then learn. Listen and follow leaders. I do, and I like doing it, right? There are great leaders like Sundar Pichai and many more. I like listening to them. If you hear any of the talk by Sundar Pichai, he always emphasizes the importance of education in his career. Okay, I am myself a mother to two kids, right? And my only expectation from my children is to go and get the best and the good education. I tell my daughter, I'll support you in any career you want in your life. Your mom is always there with you, right? And so is your father. But the only key ask from our side is get education. It takes you to places. Education never fails you. I did my master's in pharmacy and pharmacology. I joined my job. Over the years, once I started managing profit and loss, sorry, financial accounts, I realized I don't know terms like EBITDA, profit after tax. Who will teach me this? I did my MBA, weekend classes. After that, COVID came. But then I realized I need to do PhD. So I did PhD in clinical research management, but this was along the job. So my MBA and PhD are both along with the job. So keep on learning. I leave no chance to learn anything on AI. Any session that happens to be here in Singapore, whether organized by Google, AWS, or any university, polytechnic, I make sure I take out time and I attend the same. Okay, very important tips. Read the job description carefully, but take risks. Do not wait. Like if the JD matches 100% of my skill set, then only I will acquire. No, take the risk. Read about company culture, brush up your knowledge, work on your skills, update your CV. Very important. Take help from friends, peers, or the mirror in your house. Okay, I use it for rehearsing. YouTube, Google. Some of the interview skills are do your background research, be polite to everyone, Your body language should be positive. Be your own self. Review your own resume. I was talking about ATD errors. I was interviewing one candidate few years back, and the candidate said masters in pharmacy in pharmacology. I was very impressed because I'm like, okay, so what was your project? Because I also have the same domain. And the person tells me it was a copy paste from his friend's CV, and he has done masters in pharmacognosy. See, I continued with the interview, but please review your own CV. Prepared for standard questions. Prepare your wardrobe. Don't buy, I mean, it's a personal choice, but don't buy the branded stuff. I still don't have it, right? Crisp, clean dress will do. Do your salary research. Nowadays, everything is available on internet. Do not criticize your former employee. Very important tip. You cannot, right? Your previous employer gave you a lot of things, lot of learnings. Always be appreciative. Always say thank you. Do not discuss confidential information. You might be working on some of the drugs which still not have been launched in the market. Try not to divulge details about it. Ask for feedback. People ask me at the end of the interview, what should I ask? Ask for feedback. Ask how did you do, and the next steps. Okay. Carry few copies of your CV. I know now everything is digital. Dress up neatly. Have a good internet connection. Mandate. Give the interview from a clean and a quiet place. At least we can take out time for that. Cancel any other distractions. I'm not holding my phone with me at the moment because I know if I hold it, I will be unintentionally distracted towards the WhatsApp or any other prompts that are coming. Read about the company. It gives a personal touch. See the news. It has always helped me. Okay, whether it is a cricket match or any political situation going on or the share market, everything. It helps. Somehow it has a connection. I'll tell you. So I was at one of the conferences, and in Singapore, the Formula One F1 race was about to happen. And I saw that in the news in the morning. And with one of the clients, I connected on F1. Who would have thought on that topic I would connect? It acts as an icebreaker. As we said, noisy background to be avoided. Do not find answers online during interview. We catch them. Don't make your friend stand in front of you and ask him or her to prompt the answers. We catch them as well. Do not copy assessments. Pakde jaoge. And have a serious attitude. Okay. Right. Now, ChatGPT helps. All other large languages help, but have a profile summary. Very, very important. Our CVs might be of 4 pages, 5 pages, 3 pages, but a summary helps. Keep your current experience on the top. Summarize your past experiences quickly. What sets you apart? List of the any conferences that you have attended, any publications that you have helped, that you have in your masters, any presentations that you have given. People who will be giving presentations here or have their abstract submitted for our conference, of course, they can put it in their CV. Personal address, optional. References, optional. Common mistakes, spelling mistakes, different font. People are so lazy that they start with Times and end up with a different font. Now it is very easy here. Do it. Okay. Incorrect information, confidential information, do not give. And as I've given an example, avoid copy paste from your best friend's CV. How to apply? Where do I go? Build your brand. LinkedIn is the best platform. Start early. Okay. Start in your college, in your first year only. Start making connections, reaching out to leaders. I get this answer. Not everyone responds. They will not. It's okay, because sometimes people don't use LinkedIn. The leaders sometimes don't have time to go through this. But you keep on reaching out to people. Ask them to be your mentors. Don't feel shy. It helps you in bringing confidence. Attend webinars. Build your connections. Use job portals. Campus placements, I'm a big fan of them because it helped me secure my first job. There are placement drives by various companies. Keep an eye on them. Internal reference. How will this come? When you reach out to people, communicate, and then you can ask them to forward your CV internally. Okay. Quickly, what is communication? This point I want to cover, because communication is not only the verbal technique, it's non-verbal, it's visual, it's written. When you speak, use confident language. Okay. Avoid using technical jargons. Simple English. It works everywhere. Non-verbal, your body language speaks 1,000 words. Visual, Okay, consider your audience. Always prepare for them. Written, strive for simplicity. Okay, make it polite. Time to review your own things and communication. 7 C's of effective communication. Uh, Completeness. Whenever you write something, it should be complete, right? Considerate. uh, Always step into the shoes of your target audience, right? Correctness. Check the facts if they are correct. And concrete. There should be a depth behind it. Concise. Any sentence more than 1.5 line, no one will read it. All gone. Okay. Clarity. It should be clear. Whatever you write, please read it. If you do not understand, nobody else will. That's what my funda is. If I have written a sentence and if I am not able to understand what I have written, no one will. Okay. Be courteous and polite. Right. Although we have covered this in previous one quickly, especially since many of us are writing our manuscripts or thesis, be concise and consistent. Citations and references need to be updated and checked. Clear and logical flow. If you are writing something in introduction, so we follow that IMRAD flow, right? Introduction, methods, results, and discussion. How will it look if I include results in intro section or discussion part in the intro or vice versa? Be very, very conscious of your flow. Attention to detail, very important. It can actually make or break your career. I have seen emails jahan pe people have said, please, my P is missing, P gayab hai. I mean, with chat GPT and everything, have a check, have a quick check, and then send out the emails. Skill development. Take your decisions holistically. It's your life. Be innovative, have out of the box thinking, and have learning agility. Very important thing, invest in yourself. Always introduce yourself whenever you are asking any question in a meeting. It helps because today, if you ask any question, you unmute yourself. It will help me remembering, yes, I met this person at this and this conference. Read as much as possible, develop new skills, focus on your physical and mental health, develop a hobby, continue it. Many of my team members used to dance professionally or as a hobby. I always used to encourage them. Maintain a journal and rehearse before any important meeting. I do so. It gives me jitters. It makes me nervous if I don't. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Trust yourself. You know more than you think you do. Some of the books, it's again a disclaimer, my personal favorites, in case anyone would want to go through them. Influencers of today. Reel dekhte hain hum sab, all of us watch reels, right? YouTube, Insta. I myself also watch reels. Okay, they help us cutting off from the real world and make us float in the virtual world. Okay, but there are certain platforms only where you can trust and follow. These are some of the influencers I like listening. They are from different domains. Right, you must be knowing many of them, all of them. Learn from them, have some meaningful things out of them. Gaur Gopal Das ji is my personal favorite again. Whenever, see, not every day is a good day. Whenever I am stressed or it's not a good day for me, I open up his readings, I have his books, but I prefer listening to him. So his podcasts, his videos, they actually make my day. Okay. One important key to success is self-confidence. Important key to self-confidence is preparation. And this one, again, I like very much by Thomas Edison. There is always a way to do it better. Find it. With this, I thank you all, and I leave some good 5 minutes for question and answer. In case there are any, I am open to take them. Anyone with any questions, any remarks, anything?
Dr. Richa, I like to just add it that what a nice way you have added the things which is really required. And it is the need of it is not for the student, for everybody what has been there. So thank you so much for such a elaborative talk where you have set the tone of the entire conference. And basically, the student should always be a learner. I was listening very carefully that you said that during the working you did your MBA and PhD. Same thing with me as well, because during my working I also completed my MBA, PhD, and a specialized course for the IIM. So learning is always there. I was also listening that you have two children. You said that you should keep on learning. That is a very, very important thing. So that's why the more we learn, today's reader is the tomorrow's leader, right? That is the right way of putting the thing. And I'm sure with your elaborative talk and with your words of wisdom, everybody will be getting benefited. Thank you so much. And
Thank you,
I
sir.
really enjoyed the way you have elaborated the things with the complete audio visual. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
People can even ask the question by interacting. They can ask the questions. They can live, talk to Dr. Richa.
Dr. Richa, can I have a query there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right. Say coming 5 years, right? What challenges do you see with respect to HEOR? I don't work into it. I get to learn from it. I listen to people like you and others. So this is a short-term target, if I could say that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. As far as I can say is few things. First is the artificial intelligence. Although it is everywhere, but still, I also want to see myself how we can use it for the best of patients. I would say usefulness or for patient benefit. It's both an opportunity and challenge, sir. If I take it right, if it goes right, sets the right tone. The time that we take to come to any blockbuster molecule, it will be drastically shortened. Okay, but if gone the other way, it can have its own challenges. Right, sir. One is artificial intelligence. I'm very much inquisitive about. Second
Very
is,
good.
sir, data. Right now we have so many data tools, data platforms, and many of it is noise, sir. And unfortunately, we do not have any control over it because there are so many platforms where now data is being collected. And if I see everyone's screen time, including myself, I think majority of our life is spent on the screen now. नहीं सर, it's true, right? And
बिल्कुल ठीक.
जी मतलब if I weekly observe my screen time, I'm like, what have I done to myself, right? So much of screen time, what are my kids learning from me? So and then that leads to addition of lot of data. We watch videos, we put in comments. How that can be used and how that cannot be used, that will be a challenge, sir. Let's see how we can navigate and take out the most useful information from that.
I think
So
looks perfectly fine, Richa. You keep interviewing people, you keep talking to younger people. My observation, it could be slanted. My observation is that the tendency to read books has gone down. Do you feel same way while talking to people?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Example is at my home only. Right. So yeah, kids. And sir, I am still old school, and I wish I could show, but I have just above me, I have a collection of books. I think I am the only one in the house who reads them because I like the feel of the book and the cover still. I like spending time in bookshops. That that fragrance that I get out of that literature, that book
Yeah.
on those pages, sir, I can't beat it. Right. If again, it's a stress buster for me. If I have too much overload of work or anything, I go to a bookshop and I spend 10-15 minutes. I get re-energized. But as you rightly said, that has drastically gone down. People are more towards ebooks and other platforms.
I think over the years I have seen this. Probably Dr. Rajput could converge on that. And not that
Yes.
he's an old man. नहीं राजपूत साहब ये
Sir,
टेंडेंसी मुझे
you
भी
are right.
दिख रही है. I don't
Actually,
know.
sir, you are
हाँ
right
जी.
because what
जी.
you said now, libraries have become museum, right? And believe you me, now the
Yes.
books are available near to the roadside, and that too nobody stops for that. Earlier, people used to have 7 days, 15 days waiting time to get one book. Now
Yes.
today there's nothing is there. The librarian used to have a lot of respect, but today there's no librarian. There's no library is there. People are not there. So, but the charm of reading that It always the way that we are able to flip the pages. Again, we used to underline the thing. Again, we used to go back the thing. Right, all it is gone. We used to write the small notes. So that is that is really missing, sir. Pramil sir, what you said, it is correct, sir. And but at the same time, this is the inculcation about which is important. What Dr. Richa has said, I was just listening the podcast of Sundar Pichai. He also said two very important thing. In the coming time, AI and EI is going to rule the world. So in
Yes.
AI, the data collection and all, today we have the data collection. Collection is high, but what is the while collecting the data, how we connect it, it is more important. That part which is missing. So if we start collecting and start connecting it, then we'll be able to come with the real result which is really required, sir. And second thing is the EI, because emotional intelligence, which includes everything and everything, because it's a humanized working with the mechanical or with the AI working is going to be there, because AI is going to be a dynamic intelligence, and we all have to adopt sometime the old theory which was there, and that is the reason we are able to succeed. And I am sure whosoever is adopting it in even today, maybe 2%, 5%, 10%, they are able to succeed it in a much better way as compared to the general way people, because the total time is just 10 second to 20 second or 30 second. And that's why we start submerging the things which we have to really think over it, that what is the real requirement, sir. So very well said, Pramil sir, and Dr. Richa, very well said about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajput. I'm happy I can have someone who has similar thinking like
Thank you,
me
sir.
in this audience. I could be differing with plenty of young boys and girls in the audience, but thank you so much, Dr. Rajput. Thank you,
sir.
Dr. Richa, for that wonderful time. I said it is a wonderful Saturday morning, and thanks, Dr. Richa. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Jeet, with this, we can proceed with the next sessions.
There are two questions actually, Dr. Richa,
Okay.
in the chat box.
Oh, sure. Do we need any specialization to get into HEOR sector of work in Singapore? And what is the opportunities of PharmD students as freshers, how they can enter? So as Dr. Ajit was mentioning about a webinar that we conducted 3 days back. So I think PharmD students have the most appropriate skills to enter this field. They are taught a lot of things during the course curriculum. And in the HEOR sector to get into the work, okay, see, it depends. There are many industries, many colleges which offer the courses in HEOR. It's fine. Even as I discussed about the skills for the freshers, if you have them joining as freshers, it is also perfectly fine. Okay. Dr. Ajit, where do we apply for internship in HEOR?
Our right now internship is midway. We cannot take the people, but very soon I and Dr. Richa will be discussing. We have not yet, discussed on this, but we had started the conversation on this. We are coming up with something called fellowship in HEOR, which will be one of the, first of its kind in India. So stay tuned with us. Dual Sphere and the CLIMAT will be coming up with the fellowship in HEOR very soon. And with some universities affiliated with the universities. Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting. Yeah. Thank you, Ajit. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Dr. Ajit.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Richa, for that wonderfully insightful keynote, a perfect way to start this conference. Now we move on to our workshop session, which focuses on a topic that truly connects research to real-world innovation, health technology assessment for innovators, turning evidence into impact. This session will be conducted by Dr. Kavita Kachru, Chief Operating Officer at the KIHT, a pioneering institute for advancing healthcare technologies through policy, evaluation, and innovation. Dr. Kavita Kachru is the Chief Operating Officer at the Kalam Institute of Health Technology, a leading health technology policy under the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, and a WHO Collaborating Center for Health Innovation. With over 17 years of experience in health research, Dr. Kachru has significantly contributed to the field by supporting R&D, industry, policymakers, and knowledge repositories. In her previous role, Dr. Kachru worked as a consultant with the WHO Collaborating Center for Policy on Medical Devices and Health Technology Policy, Division of Healthcare Technology and Innovations, National Health Systems Research Center, New Delhi, under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. She played a pivotal role in developing and implementing several health policies in India. Additionally, she has held senior executive positions in various esteemed organizations where she facilitated healthcare innovations from ideation to commercialization. Dr. Kachru boasts an extensive portfolio of research, publications, and has been actively involved in numerous national and international projects and committees. As a visiting scientist to the WHO's Innovations Department, she has contributed to many healthcare initiatives, particularly those aimed at underserved regions. Her leadership and expertise have been instrumental in advancing health technology and policy in India and beyond. Dr. Kachru will take us through how innovators can use health technology assessment to bring meaningful evidence-based solutions to life, from lab to policy to patient care. Let's welcome Dr. Kavita Kachru to lead this exciting session. Before we begin, I would like to inform everyone that we have a Q&A session after this, so kindly keep your questions ready. Over to you, ma'am.
So good morning, everyone. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes. So let me start with thanking the inaugural session. So at the onset, I would like to thank Dr. Rajput and Dr. Tiwari for their keynote addresses. And what a brilliant, sessions, and what a brilliant program you have put together, Dr. Richa and Dr. Ajit. It is, all kudos to your brilliant leadership for bringing such a wonderful program all together, and also giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge and wisdom with all the young budding innovators, students, and other colleagues. So thank you for this opportunity. So let me start. So the topic given to me was health technology assessment for innovators, turning evidence into impact. Let me start with giving a background of where I am coming from. So, as you all know, Kalam Institute of Health Technology has been set up in the name and honor of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and is one of its kind globally. It is a Government of India project supported by Department of Biotechnology and is also a WHO Collaborative Center for Health Innovation. In India, we started the journey of health technology assessment by international fellowships, and that program was started under the leadership of our executive director, Dr. Jitendra Sharma. And international fellowship on health technology assessments were started since 2012. As Dr. Kalam said once, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. With this in mind, KHT is leading the charge to transform healthcare innovation globally. Let me just give you an overview and perspective. If you, by any chance, want to visit us for the industrial tour, or want to, are you're looking for any internship, so let me give you an overview of how many departments we have and what all we do. So we are a price monitoring resource unit for National Pharmaceutical Authority. We are also a clinical research organization. We have a Center for Market Intelligence and Trade. We have a Center for Health Technology Assessment. We also have Kalam's certification services. We have an IVD testing center. We also have an international journal on health technology and innovation. If you have any publications, you can share those with us. And since it is an Indian journal, we will definitely consider your submissions. We also have a Kalam Blood Center. These are our national wings, and then we have international collaborations as well. We are a JBI affiliated group. We are also leading ISPOR India chapters in the country, where we every month we host one webinar. As this conference is being a catalyst in health economics and outcome research arena, we host a webinar to bring similar vibe and to catalyze the ecosystem and build capacity in the country by hosting webinars with ISPOR. We are also updating ISPOR pharmacoeconomic guidelines, and we would be hosting a session during World Health Innovation Forum. I will tell about to you about that later. We are also an WHO Collaborating Center. We are partners with Health Technology Assessment International and University of Washington START Center. Now coming to the topic, today's topic, the world of health innovations. I don't know if you all know or if you all have an idea which you want to translate into a device, and then you want to bring that idea in the form of a prototype and then in the form of a proper device. But then all these innovators, they're lost. They think, okay, oh, maybe I'm working on an idea and let me try to shape up the device, forgetting other components which are quite relevant to their innovation. So let me give you all that perspective, what all you need to think, and how it is connected to HTA, how it is connected to HEOR, how it is connected to evidence-based. And I don't know if you all are well versed with all these terminologies, considering that you know all these basic stuff I am explaining, the pathway of innovation and how finally uptake of innovation is taken in the health system. So in the healthcare today, the pace of innovation is breathtaking. Every day you must have seen new AI tools, diagnostics, biomaterials, implantable devices, telehealth programs which are emerging. You are witnessing, everybody is witnessing this surge of new innovations these recent years. Yet tracking global resources and capacity for health research is missing because they lack trustworthy evidence that they truly make a difference. That's what we are talking about today. So, being a policymaker, if someone comes to you tomorrow, oh, look, madam, I have made this innovative pen or a pencil. It lasts longer, or it is a digital pen. Kindly consider this. Previously, in the previous years, we used to think, okay, let us, it is fine, or when we used to convince people or policymakers, oh, it is good, it is clinically effective, it is cost effective. But these days, we don't do that unless and until we have proper evidence. So that is what the turning point from opinion to evidence. Now it is not opinion based. Unless and until you have evidence, nothing will move out. Like, in legal cases, unless and until you have evidence, the judge cannot give the verdict. So similarly, we also these days need evidence to even talk about or take that innovation to another level. In spite of testing the efficacy of medical interventions started in 11th century, the Scottish epidemiologist Professor R.G. Cochrane, we all know him, increased the acceptance for the concepts of evidence-based practice through his book Effectiveness and Efficiency: Random Reflections on Health Services. His work was highly appreciated, and the Cochrane's collaboration for evidence-based medicine was named after him. In 1990, the medicine took a bold turn. Physicians realized that experience wasn't enough. It gave rise to evidence-based medicine, and evidence-based medicine is the application of the best available evidence that is obtained from well-designed scientific researches to the medical practice and decision making. It ranks the evidence according to its strength. So, as you all know, now if any one of you is interested in doing a research on a new innovation, where do you start from? So there are multiple ways where do you start from, and there are different study designs which you can choose based on the innovation and based on your interest. Then we collate all the evidence and then we come to the conclusion. Coming to the HTA scenario, you can see in every country, health technology assessment or health economics and outcome research is a legal entity now. In India, previously we didn't had, but now in India also we have a body for health technology assessment, and it is a department under Department of Health Research. It is an attached office to the Government of India. And Kalam Institute of Health Technology also is a resource hub. We are continuously, or we since beginning we have been doing health technology assessment and supporting Department of Health Research, HTAI. Coming to how HTA started in India, as I already mentioned, it started with the fellowships. These are the health international fellowships on health technology assessments started by Dr. Sharma in the year 2012, and then it continued. So it got recognition in 12th year plan. Then highlight was then in National Health Policy 2015, HTA was highlighted. Then we got an approval for HTA board. Then HTA's operationalization now in many states. And as I mentioned, we have an attached office with Government of India under Department of Health Research now. So as Dr. Richa was explaining you the opportunities in this area, since you can see we in every state now we have one health technology assessment unit, resource hub, where you can get positions, where you can work, you can get exposed to different topics, and you can get exposed to opportunities which are available there in the ecosystem. So this is a very good field where if you want, you can really do very well. Now, why evidence-based medicine changed everything? Before, evidence-based medicine treatments were often driven by habit or hierarchy, as I mentioned before. Evidence-based medicine introduced proof over perception, ensuring that interventions are safe, effective, and valuable. Evidence-based medicine aims to enhance the quality and accountability for the medical practice. It creates common concepts and unify the language for implementation of research into practice. So that is what we are looking for. We are looking for evidence which gets translated into research and then finally to practice, promoting a lifelong learning process by continuous search for best evidence. Beyond medicine, the rise of technology, we all know this is a technological era. As technology has entered healthcare, from stents to AI driven diagnostics, decisions became more complex. Now, policymakers are lost. They don't know what to pay for and what not. Policymakers, payers, and providers, they always ask, is it worth the cost? Does it work in real life? So we're confused. No, I don't know. As I gave you an example, does this pen work? Even if it is a digital pen, I don't know. I don't have any evidence. I cannot guaranteely, recommend this digitized pen for procurement or to get used in for masses or in public healthcare system. I don't know. I don't have a clue. So what do? We do health technology assessment. Now we all are talking about HTA, but what is HTA and what do we do when we do an HTA? Health technology assessment is a multidisciplinary process that systematically evaluates the properties, effects, and impacts of health technologies to inform decision making in healthcare. Right? This assessment includes considering the social, ethical, economic dimensions of health interventions such as medicines, devices, vaccines, and procedures. The ultimate goal is to help health system to become equitable, efficient, and high quality. So imagine there is a device, maybe a handheld ultrasound, right? Let's think of it. And now we have to do a health technology assessment on a handheld ultrasound. You must have seen globally in different countries, there is this device of handheld ultrasound is there in many countries, but in India we don't have. This device assessment once came to us when initially they were launching the device in the Indian market. So what did we do? We evaluated the technology. We evaluated it how? We checked its clinical effectiveness. we evaluated its cost effectiveness, we evaluated the societal components around it, and we also evaluated the ethical components around it. And then when we evaluated that, the technology was clinically effective, the technology was cost effective, socially it was also acceptable, but ethical problem was there. Since in India we had more female feticide, if we bring this technology and we give the opportunity, uh, to different, healthcare workers or providers who are there in different corners of the country, the feticide will increase the more. So that was the finding. We said, no, we can't approve this technology. We need to stop it. So we rejected it. Similarly, there can be any technologies which are clinically effective, but they are not cost effective. Some technologies can be cost effective, but they are not clinically effective. So that is what is a kind of assessment we do. And then when the results come, a policy maker is able to take a decision whether to approve this technology, whether to approve this technology with reasons, or to reject the technology. So coming, as I was explaining you, why HTA matters. Healthcare resources are finite. The global health spending has reached USD 9.8 trillion in 2021, yet millions still lack the access. That is what is the problem. We need to ensure that every rupee or every dollar spent delivers a measurable benefit. But how do we assess that measurable benefit? We assess it with the help of health technology assessment. What does it do? It evaluates it and it gives us the best value of that rupee spent. Now, the innovation paradox. Coming to innovation, the innovators create solutions to improve lives, but without evidence, they struggle to scale. That is what is the problem. I was explaining you. So you being students, again, going back to Dr. Richa, what she was telling, that if this opportunity was given to us when we were students, we would have done much better. So you should consider yourself lucky that, at this point of time, you are getting this knowledge where you are quite budding, you can innovate, you can really bring, as PM says, Viksit Bharat, developed nation. You can bring out innovations, you can bring revolution, we really don't know. But that can only happen if you walk the path which is shown to you today, right? So now if you have an innovation and you want to take that innovation to the next level, what all are the components which you should keep in mind? First, you should keep in mind whether it is relevant to the health system or not. Is that innovation going to make a difference in our SDGs? Is that innovation going to make a difference in our NCD priority or in disease prevalence, rare diseases? What is that your innovation is going to do? Right? You need to connect the dots. And for that, we also do a pre-HTA to understand or to give you a roadmap of what you should be going through or what you should be walking on. Right? So during that pre-HTA, we will evaluate the similar devices or similar concepts. Were they clinically effective? Were they promoted? Were they relevant? Were they cost effective? Was there any policy level integration? So we need to understand all those things, right? So now, as I'm mentioning you, the power of early evidence. Early assessment save late failures. A European study found that early STA reduced development costs by up to 30% by aligning R&D with payers' expectations. So that's what I'm explaining you. Coming to components of STA, which I explained you, but let me explain you again. STA doesn't just mean efficacy, it examines the full picture. Clinical effectiveness, does it work? Economic evaluation, is it worth it? Ethical and societal aspects, is it fair? Organizational impact, is it feasible? Now, innovator's dilemma. Why do I need an STA? Because maybe an engineering student or a pharmacist student or an MBBS student or any student. Innovation can come from anywhere, right? They don't know what an HTA is and why do they need HTA. That is why this session and this conference is today, because it speaks the language of policymakers, investors, and clinicians. You need an HTA because policymakers understand the language of HTA. They will not understand your language. Evidence is credibility and it leads to adoption. ST helps in relative effectiveness of health technologies programs, the medical need and the ethical aspects, the cost effectiveness, the financial impact, and the organizational implications of the diffusion and use of technologies. Now, just let me give you another example. We have in our ecosystem an innovation which is known as thermolytics, and the name of the company is Niramay. So, and this innovation was innovated by Dr. Geeta Manjunath. And it is a breast cancer screening tool which she came up. So initially it was an idea, then she made a prototype, and then finally she made a device. And now we did an HTA for her. We also, now she has many papers in good journals as well. She has that evidence. Once she had that evidence, policymakers were also convinced that this device work, and she has scaled up in multiple states. So what does this device do? It is a breast cancer screening tool, which is radiation free, which is no touch, no see, no radiation. It is a software which she has innovated by just seeing the tissue from quite far. You can get images through a software which is based on thermolytics. That means temperature changes. So if there are some areas where temperature is high, you will get notification, and then the results, you will get the report from the software in the form of the Birat's levels. So this was a very interesting innovation. Again, AI-based diabetic retinopathy screening tool underwent an early HTA, and then it was adopted by different state governments. HT and investment decisions. Now, investors prefer innovations with demonstrable value. So why do any investor invest in you? Unless and until you show them that picture. See, the return on investment is high, this is clinically effective, it is cost effective, it is going to work. Then only investors will also invest in you. Evidence-driven companies attract 2.5 times more venture funding. You should keep that in mind. Now, what is the economics of evidence? Every $1 invested in evidence-based healthcare can save $8 in unnecessary spending. UK NICE saved the NHS 3 billion per year through evidence-based coverage. And it's just one example. There are many. Every country, there are examples how much money we have saved in our own country now with the DHRs, DHR having many resource hubs and coming up with lots of HTAs. We have saved billions for our own country as well. Now, role of global partnerships in HTA. Like we are doing this webinar today and we are trying to build the capacity of the country. Similarly, we need to partner and we need to be updated on what is happening globally. Help different nations in capacity building, even harmonizing HTA standards, making guidelines, enhance policy and regulation impact. So all these things we need to do to enhance the HTA ecosystem. There are some barriers also in HTA adoption. Sometimes the evidence is not proper. Sometimes the shortage of human resources is there. Uh, that is actually critical at this point of time also, and this area becomes very interesting. You all should pursue this area. I have seen there are some people from Prasanna School. Some colleagues are there from Prasanna School. They are offering the course in MSc Health Technology Assessment. If you are interested to know more on this subject, you can be in touch with them. As I already explained you, since we have different resources hub, it's more than 22 resource hub. Every state will have a resource hub. So a resource, it's not just one resource of it's like an ecosystem in the state altogether to save the spendings, because every state even have a limited budget. We need to spend every penny wisely. So you all can, get in touch with her for if you are interested to, learn more about health technology assessment. Some organizations are resistant to change. That is again a problem. Cultural society, some societies don't accept the relevance. That is again a barrier. Sometimes the technology is clinically effective, cost effective, but we don't have the budget to support that innovation. In that cases, either we go back to the innovator and tell, if you make it little, if you make the costings little better, maybe this is the lower cap for our but for of that program, if you make it lower, we can consider it still. So these are the complex scenarios which are related to adoption of HTA. Although HTA is a way where through which finally the policy uptake will happen. This is how the future looks like. Now, digital transformation in HTA, as Dr. Richa was mentioning, AI, real world events, data analytics, enhanced stakeholder engagement, transparency, and standardization. All these are the components of HTA now, because real world data is needed, AI driven softwares are needed, advanced analytics is also needed in different assessments. As Dr. Richa mentioned that, every day we are updating ourselves, we are learning something new is coming. So it's like we have methods and methodologies there. You can also apply and come up with some new theories in this area, because it's growing. It's really new, where there is a lot of scope of innovation, which you can do. Learn more, go dive deep, and bring out something new. So from evidence to action, SJ turns research into policy, innovation into access, and data into change. So through HTA, evidence can be changed into action. Now coming to the end of my presentation, we also, as I was mentioning you all, we host International Fellowship on Health Technology Assessment every year. So this is an yearly event which we have been doing since 2012. During COVID times, we had stopped for some time, but we have restarted the fellowships. Next year, from 10th to 15th March, we would be hosting International Fellowship on Health Technology Assessment again. If any of you are interested to join us, you are more than welcome. We would be happy to support you and to make you the part of this program. In this program, we have world-renowned faculty. We have Dr. Anirban Basu from the University of Washington. We have Dr. Prakesh Shah from University of Toronto. We have Dr. Anuj Mabai from University of Arizona. He is also one of the speakers, so he will also share the insights with you. But this fellowship program is very, very prestigious, and the faculty will teach you how to do HTA, because during 1 hour I cannot tell you or explain you how we exactly do a health technology assessment and the costing model. But during this health technology assessment program, we give you a hands-on session where we make you do projects by yourself, and unless and until you finish the project, you're not given the certificate. So highly recommended for all of you. We are also hosting World Health Innovation Forum. This is also an yearly activity where we bring delegates from almost around more than 30 countries. We have ambassadors, policymakers, politicians, innovators, industry partners, students. They come here, they showcase their innovation. If some industry partners are interested, they also give some funds to those innovators. We deliberate, we discuss innovation during this World Health Innovation Forum. If you all are interested to participate, you can just register for it. The registration is free for this event. You can participate and meet global leaders, innovators, industry partners. With this call to innovators, innovators hold the power to shape the next decade of health transformation if they build with evidence. Let's commit to innovate responsibly, evaluate rigorously, and implement equitably. The measure of innovation is not invention, it is its impact. In the economy of health innovation, evidence is the only legitimate currency. Everything else is conjunct. So with this, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Dr. Richa.
Thank you, ma'am. And now participants, we're open to questions. Does anybody have any questions? They can leave them in the chat box or unmute themselves and ask them directly.
Thanks, Dr. Kavita, for the wonderful session. Participants, please feel free to ask questions.
I hope I was able to give you an overall perspective, although it is quite short to even explain this holistic ecosystem, but I tried my level best to give you the glimpse of it.
Ma'am, it was amazing. So students, please interact with her and all the participants.
I would also, I saw Dr. Edlin is there. Dr. Edlin, if you can also talk about your MSc HTA program. Are you there? Because we are also joining hands with Prasanna School to do an MSc HTA program. So I thought it will be very useful for the students to know about it as well. Dr. Edlin, are you there? Anyone from Prasanna School is there? I think she dropped a message and she has left for somewhere. So is there any question for me? Oh, people have understood it nicely. Or they have not understood anything.
No. I mean, I see some questions in the chat.
There's one.
I think now you can unmute Akanksha. Somebody's writing not to unmute.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Arijit.
Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, Dr. Kavita, this was really nice session. My only question is that you mentioned about two specific cases where you had done individual cases where you had done the HTA for that. So of late, how often the Indian pharmaceutical companies are reaching out for the HTA in India?
So actually, there is a process which is being established by Department of Health Research to get the topic. So it's like all the state governments at this point of time are giving topics nomination to DHR. And there is also a portal where you can, log in and put your information of the innovation, and then DHR will take it up. It is not yet open to the industry. It is still with the state government. So if you have any product or if you want to get an HTA of any drug, you just have to reach out to the state government and they give the topic to DHR, and then DHR does the HTA. So this is the process. And we, being Kalam Institute, we are also doing independent HTAs from other organizations. So if you want, we can also do an HTA for you.
And how is this practice prevalent across globe? I mean, all the different countries of the world, they do rigorous HTA, right?
Yes, everybody does. Everybody does. Yes. Unless and until you have an HTA in other countries, the drug is not allowed to go to the market. So that is a mandatory step.
And this is the responsibility of payers. Who does it? I mean, who
There is a
proposes?
national body who does it. There is a national body in every country. I showed you that
Yes,
diagram. So that national body does the health technology assessment, and even there are some private, agencies. They also do health technology assessment for people, but unless and until it is authorized by any government agency, it doesn't goes off. So in India, it is Department of Health Research (HTAIN), which is responsible. As of now, we are taking topics from states, and then it goes to DHR. They will verify it. If evidence is there, if literature is there, they will approve it. If literature is not there, they will close it, and they'll send back writing that you need to do more studies and then come back to us so that we can evaluate the clinical effectiveness of that drug, device, molecule, whatever. So that is what it is at this stage.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Kavita. And I'm sorry if my question sounded a little rudimentary because I was just trying to understand.
No, not at all. Not at all. These are the comments, questions which people ask us day in and day out.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
There are some more questions, Fatima, if you can just read out too. And somebody is asking location of Prasanna School. So Prasanna School of Public Health is under the MAHE, that is Manipal Academy of Higher Education. So this is located in Manipal, Prasanna School of Public Health. So yeah, we also have here at Prasanna School a big, the HTA team and all the processes at Manipal as well as we have at KIHT, right? So yeah. Okay. So over to you, Fatima. Please read out the questions.
Yes, there is a question from Rohini who says, how can HTA processes adapt to fast evolving technologies without delaying access?
See, that's what, at the end of the day, it is a policymaker who has to get, convinced, right? Unless if you don't have an HTA, you don't have anything to show a policymaker that, I have an evidence which is clinically effective, it is cost effective, accepted by society, and, regulatory components are also fine. Unless and until you don't have that, policymaker will not approve it. You will not go into the national procurement anyway. If you have that HTA, people will just understand in one glimpse. Oh, okay, your technology is viable. You have clinical effectiveness. Tick. Cost effectiveness. Another tick. Regulatory barriers overcome. Another tick. Societal acceptance. Tick. So when you have all these ticks, people will understand by themselves. Oh, let's uptake and let's support this technology. Even for venture capitalists, if you show all these things, you will get more funding to scale up. But if you don't have an evidence which looks like this, people will be hesitant to help you put funds in your innovation and support you.
Yes. Next question is from Gautam who says, handheld ultrasound technology was rejected due to an ethical concern that it could increase female feticide if widely deployed. So could you please elaborate on what type of evidence or assessment supported this concern?
What? What was the question? Can you read
The
it
question
again?
is, handheld ultrasound technology was rejected due to an ethical concern that it could increase female feticide if widely deployed. So, could you please elaborate on what type of evidence or assessment supported this concern?
So it's like since we have PCPNDT Act in the country, right? And according to that PCPNDT Act, we can't just publicly do this ultrasound. It has to be regulated. And if this handheld ultrasound device is given to all the healthcare workers in periphery, if it reaches, the feticides will happen more and government will not have any control on it. So that was the reason why it was not approved.
Yes, ma'am. The next question is from Akansha Verma, ma'am. How much time does it take in overall HTA approval in India from the application till the final approval of the technology? What general barriers have you observed for which the technology have been rejected in the country?
So mostly we need clinical evidence. Clinical evidence in the form we need to have published studies. So if it is an innovation and it just have one published study, the evidence is too weak. But if it has more than one studies, maybe 10 or 12 studies, we can still make a case. But mostly since they are innovations or innovators then don't have a clue of validation and how that validation happens, so that becomes the biggest barrier of lack of evidence, lack of data, indigenized data, because that innovation is indigenized innovation. We don't have Indian data on that innovation. That is the biggest barrier.
Yes. Next question is from Vimulya, who says, can you explain more about the MCDA within India?
MCDA within India? No, I don't know about it.
The next question is from Bala, who says, does an AI application or a cloud-based system need HTA approval? If so, why?
If it is a cloud-based system, that is also an innovation. So, it's like it comes under software as an innovation. It also needs an HTA because we need to understand its safety. Is it safe to transfer data, because data privacy laws are there? Is it safe? Is it effective? Is it cost effective? We need to understand all these concepts. Then only we can approve it, accept it, or reject it.
Yes. The next question is from Sharmila Venkata ma'am, who says, what are the key challenges in implementing HTA in countries where hospital costing and utilization data are weak? How can the RWD or Sentinel sites help?
That is what I said. That is the biggest drawback. We don't have indigenized data, and we are trying to build that database. Unless and until any innovation has a data, we can't approve it.
Yes. And the next question is from Priyanka Bharte, who says, hi ma'am, Priyanka here. Considering the limited availability of randomized control trials, how is real world evidence being integrated into HTA for medical devices? The first question.
Yes, so we are trying to, as if you remember, you have seen that we are also a CRO. So we being situated in a medical device park, we try to do primary studies as well, and we try to bring evidence on devices as well. So that is how we are trying to build this system. But yes, she's true that we don't have that much primary data, and we need to create that data.
Yes, ma'am. And the second question is, with the rise of digital health technologies, how is HTA in adapting its frameworks to assess innovations like AI-based diagnostics or wearable devices?
If you remember, I told you that we are redesigning, reframing the pharmacoeconomic guidelines. So previously, pharmacoeconomic guidelines for India were only for medicines. But now, since we have medical devices, we have AI, we have wearable technology. So that's what we are redesigning. We are including all these components in the guidelines, and those guidelines will be out soon for everybody to refer.
Yes, ma'am. Aditya Jadhav wants to know that is there any opportunity for internship in HTA in Prasanna Public?
Yes, you can apply for internship. You can also apply at Kalam Institute. You can also apply for fellowship. So it's like internship you will only be able to do if you know some basic concepts. Unless and until you don't know these basic concepts, it's very difficult for you to even understand what we are talking. So for that, you need to come and join the fellowship, or you need to join Prasanna School's MSc HTA program, which we are doing that also in collaboration. So anything, you either join the fellowship or you join the course to know more. Once you do that, you will actually have that, basics, building blocks, what all is needed to understand basically the terminology and the language in which we talk. You will know that.
Yes, ma'am. I think that is the end of the Q&A session. Thank you so much, Dr. Kavita, for that practical and eye-opening session. That was an excellent session to set the tone for the days ahead, connecting evidence, economics, and innovations in healthcare. We have a lot more in store for you all in the upcoming session, so stay tuned, stay engaged, and enjoy this journey of learning and collaboration with us at the HEOR Vanguard Conference 2025. That brings us to the end of our morning sessions. We'll now take a break for lunch and we'll be back shortly. So, all of you, grab a quick bite, stay refreshed, and rejoin us after the break. But kindly note that we will be starting sharply at 1:30 p.m.
Yes, so
Okay.
guys, be with
Yeah.
us
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you
And I
again.
take
Thank
a
you,
leave.
ma'am. Thank
Yeah.
you, Dr.
Thank you.
Kavita. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Kavita.
Dr. Ajit, Dr. Richa, for this wonderful opportunity. I look forward to host many more sessions like this with you.
Thank you,
See you.
Dr. Kavita.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am,
guys,
for
we'll
being
see
there.
you after
Thank
lunch
you.
then. We'll see you after lunch, guys. Take care, and we'll see you at 1:30 actually.
Yes.
1:30. We will start at 1:20. Please, let's come back after the lunch. Okay, take care, guys. See you.
Thank
We'll
you.
start again. We will start this all again with the YouTube. Okay.